Estoy nerviosa.
Nerviosa.
Yeah.
Diga, no, no pasa nada.
Okay, gracias. These pelicans are all waiting for a free handout from the fishermen cleaning out their nets. Up. Sounds like my coffee's done. The place I found for the first night in Sinaloa is really nice, and it's a scuba dive shop in Topolobampo. The rooms are on the second floor, and they have this big swimming pool for training their divers. You could easily jump from the top down here, but they have signs saying that's not allowed. It sits right on the bay here, and all the fishermen have been getting their boats ready to head out and do some fishing today. And me too. I'm gonna head up to Choix, I think you say it. It's 2.5 hours, and it's where the pavement ends before heading into Copper Canyon. So it's not gonna be a very long day of riding today, but I want to just stage myself in that last town, because tomorrow is going to be about 100 miles on dirt to Urique, and I plan to spend the night there, and then from Urique to back to not back but onward to Creel, which is the end of the Copper Canyon. Yeah, let's hit it. I had to park Brisa on the street here last night. I got in after 10 and there wasn't anyone here for check-in. They had just given me the code for the door. So I put the cover on her, and looks like she was just fine throughout the night. So get all packed up here and get Brisa loaded back up with the bags and me, and hit the road. Okay, I am extremely confused as to what's going on. That big group of bikers I passed, and like the police, there were several police motorcyclists in there, and they were like telling me to turn around, and I don't know what's going on. I'm not part of that group. I just wanted to go check out the restaurants there, and now this truck in front of me stopped and said I have to follow them. I have no idea what's going on. Well, that whole group was riding much faster than me. I can't imagine that I'm like required to join them. But the cops were like, they seem pretty stern. They're all like waving their hands in a circle for me to turn around. Like, I don't know, I assume they just wanted me to follow them rather than I had to follow them. But I don't feel like riding fast today, so I don't know if I'm going to catch back up to them. I honestly just wanted to stop and check out the restaurants out there in the ocean. It's kind of strange. I have no idea where that huge group of motorcyclists went. I assume they went back to Topolobampo. Or they went to Los Mochis the way I'm going, but they just went much faster than me. I don't know, that was the strangest thing. Like, the cops were just, I don't know, they seemed pretty stern about it, like stopping and looking back to make sure I had turned around, and giving me, they're waving their hand in a circle in the air for me to turn around. Just very strange. All I wanted to do was eat at one of the restaurants. I'm not part of their big group. I don't know if it was a demonstration or an organized ride, or no idea. I have to go maddeningly slow here because multiple people said the police on this road pull you over and request a large fee for speeding even if you're well under the limit. The last sign I passed said the limit was 40 kilometers per hour, but everyone is flying by me. And the reports online, oh, here we go, 60. 60K. So they said the fine, several people said the cops wanted 1,500 pesos from them, which is like 80 bucks. But I don't want to pay anything, of course. So I am going under the limit. There's a cop. Well, I just passed a cop sitting there. I am going 50 with the speed limit of 60 K. So well, I'm in Los Mochis, and the number one thing to do here by far is to go to the Botanical Gardens. And I'm at the Botanical Gardens, but the gate is all chained shut, so today is Sunday. I guess they must be closed today, which is too bad. I think the weekend would be a great time to go, for people to go to the gardens, but it is locked, so I will just continue on to Choish. Not sure how to pronounce that. I'll ask that when I get there. But the town a couple hours from here where I'm going to stop before heading into Copper Canyon tomorrow. So let's do it. Okay, scratch what I just said about the gardens being closed. Of course they're open today. I had used Apple Maps to navigate here because Apple Maps is the only mapping software on the phone that will send a link to the GPS. But of course it sent me to an entrance, which is not an entrance, it was all locked up. So I went on Google Maps and was able to find where the actual entrance is to the gardens, and yeah, they're open, and there's a lot of people here enjoying it. What a pretty day to be here. It's a bit warm, it's like 35, 36 C. That's about upper 90s Fahrenheit. But in the shade it's not so bad, and the humidity has dropped since I was out at the coast itself in Topolobampo. About half an hour inland here. But this is a really, really pretty park. I've almost walked all the way around the park, and it's definitely more of like a, well, trees and large plants park, because I haven't seen any flower exhibits at all. Still very pretty. This park is great just for peaceful walking around. It's very, very clean. So yeah, it was a good break. I'm gonna go back to Brisa and head out to Choice. Figure out how to say that later. Coming into El Fuerte, the last really big town before Choish, however you pronounce it, which is about another 30 miles, and that's where I believe where the pavement ends, and that's where I'm going to spend the night tonight, so I can get an early start tomorrow on the dirt part. There is a really big thundercloud ahead. It definitely looks like rain. Yeah, look at that sky. The plan tomorrow is to ride from Choish to Urique It's about 100 miles. I think it's all in dirt. I'll spend the night in Orique. I can get gas there. I don't know where the main road is into Orique, but I know there's quite a few people that live there. And yeah, that'll be first day of the Copper Canyon. And then the next day will be about 90 miles to Creole. And I don't believe that's entirely dirt. I don't know when the pavement will resume again, but certainly some point before Creole. All right, now I am starting to go underneath this really big storm cloud. It is definitely raining up ahead. I still have 19 miles to go, so I don't know if I'm going to be caught in it or not. But yeah, this is big. I mean, I doubt it's enough to cause, rivers to go up or anything. So hopefully it just moistens the roads a bit. We'll see. Wow. That is coming down. Okay, this storm has really got my heart pumping, because even though I've not been in the rain yet, in fact it's sunny on me, the lightning has arced across the road, like into the sunny part, with almost instantaneous thunder. So I pulled off to this town, well, not really a town, just a few houses. There's some guys standing outside. Again, I didn't have the camera going, but I'm like, is there a restaurant here I could stop at? They said no, but that Choish is only like 15 more minutes up the road. So they're all wondering what I'm doing here. Hola. No? Oh, estoy nerviosa.
Nerviosa.
Yeah.
No, no pasa nada, está tranquilo.
Okay, voy a Choish.
Sí, pasó y nosotros vamos para allá, para aquel lado también. Ahí como un ranchito ahí.
Okay.
Diga, no pasa nada.
Okay, gracias. Oh, man. I think everyone in the town has come out. They're all so, super friendly. He's like, oh, nothing's gonna happen. And he's right. I mean, the odds that I'm gonna be hit by lightning are very low. But, man, still scary. Well, it said Troy's like 15 minutes up the road. So... Alright. So the road here is wet. Rain must have already passed through. Oh. I'm starting to get a little bit of sprinkles on the visor. 10 miles. Man, I think I just missed it. The road is puddles all over the place. Big rain. Alright, gonna turn off the camera here because I'm sure the lens is getting water drops, and that does not look so good on video. Bienvenidos a choice. I made it, almost. Just 2.5 miles to go. Well, I think the lightning, there hasn't been any more lightning that I've seen. I think it was just on the storm front. Because once I got into the rain itself, not like super strong, but some rain, I haven't seen any lightning, so I think that was just on the edge or the front of the storm. All right, that truck went through this puddle and went way down with its wheel, so I'm gonna go around it. I have made it to Choish. In the end, the rain wasn't so bad. Just a little bit of rain, just enough to get me a little wet and drop the temperature from, was it like 38 Celsius, about 100 Fahrenheit, down to 23. Let's see here, about 73, 74. Must be right here. I don't know, looks closed. Okay, that was a bit of an adventure. That hotel that got recommended really highly looked closed, and then someone driving by said, oh yeah, they're fuera de servicio, they're out of service. So he said Hotel Mirani, which is actually right here, he recommended. It's only like a couple blocks away. However, I turned on the street and the police had it blocked off because a funeral was going by, but they said I could ride by with the moto if I was quick. So anyway, I found a room. It looks really nice, and they have parking in the back. So I'm gonna take Reese around the back and yeah, relax a little bit. So it's quite a day. The clock tower of Choish. The rain has moved on, and it looks like it's gonna, I mean, there's a storm cloud over here, but I don't think it's gonna be like what we had earlier. In this video, after starting the day in Topolobampo, I rode up to Los Mochis where the botanical garden was, and then through El Fuerte to Choish. So in the next few days, I hope to ride up through Copper Canyon. This whole area here is the Copper Canyon network, and that's the plan. So I really hope you enjoyed watching this video. Be sure to subscribe to the channel if you'd like to be able to find it again to follow the rest of the journey to Argentina. And I look forward to seeing you in the next video.